Libra, welcome to your in-depth yours and theirs reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Number one question I get about yours and theirs, does it have to be a significant other? Does it have to be a love interest? The answer is no. It does not. It is a general love reading, yes. So I do read from the point of view of love. However, essentially, all I'm doing is describing a connection between you and someone else. So that could be anybody, family, friend, co-worker. Okay, I'm reading you, someone connected to you, and what that connection looks like. So again, it could be anybody. Basic rules. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. More so with yours and theirs. Okay? But yeah, that's about it. There you go. All right. Show me Libra in their person. Once more, congratulations on your past two fantastic readings. It's been excellent to see that. I don't know that I'll necessarily tune into that same group of Libras. That's fine. I'm just so very pleased for the Libra Collective overall, who have made such huge advancements and strides in their own energetic goals and life goals and all that good stuff. It's been such a pleasure to see that. All right, show me Libra in their person, please. And if nothing resonates at all, which is perfectly normal, check your other placements or I'll catch you on the next one. That's it. If the message isn't for you, separate yourself from it. No reason to get upset or offended, okay? I do need to remind people of that more and more, just in case. Show me Libra in their person, please. Show me Libra in their person, please. Show me Libra in their person, please. Show me Libra in their person. Show me Libra in their person. We're going to start with your side, but as I said, reverse energies as it applies. The World, who kicked it off that same way? It was Gemini. It was. They opened up, and I promise you there's been many shuffles between yours and theirs. The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Be free. You're a butterfly. Be free. Butterflies are free to fly, so fly away. High away. Bye-bye. One of my favorite Elton John songs. Fucking love Elton John, man. Love Elton John. All this stuff. So simple. So sweet. You're a butterfly, honey. You're free to fly. I don't know what cycled out, but it was in your benefit. It was either done by you or done for you. I don't know. I don't care. You're exquisite. Queen of Cups. Beautiful, lovely, soft heart space. You feel emotionally correct. And you feel good. A little bit of an energy spike there for you. Putting yourself out there in new and exciting ways. Can't wait to see your intimate tarot in 2 weeks. And given that Libra is my Venus and Lilith, I'm very curious. I don't know. Neither do they. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser, yes? Eight of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. The only thing this person really seems to know is that they are attracted to you and that they themselves are attractive or that you are still attracted to them. They might be fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I don't know. And they don't either. Eight of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. They were blind to something in regards to their energy, either towards themselves or towards you. Typically when people are not comfortable with their emotions, I see Eight of Swords almost straight away. It says, I don't dare feel my feelings, so I'm going to take it up here and completely hijack it, not allow myself to feel my feelings, talk myself out of them, and act blind to them. But I'm turned on. This happens a lot when people confuse their passion for emotions, or they confuse, more often than not, their emotions for passion. Right? And then the Wheel of Fortune, I don't know. Things are changing for them. How? I don't know. Yours is markedly clear, free, easy. I would dare say abundant. Theirs is, I don't know. A lot of it. You don't seem to be connected physically, I don't think. Four of Wands, the Chariot, the Hermit. Someone has spent a great deal of time understanding their emotionality, their forward momentum. Again, for you, you've been killing it, as I remarked upon your opening, about moving forward. Having goals, sticking to them, understanding what they are for you. And it looks like you are moving or wanting to move in the direction of relationship orientation. I don't see it as being with this person as we discussed. They seem to be connected to you energetically. Physically, I'm not convinced of that. Four of Wands, the Chariot, and the Hermit. That tells me singularly, not only are you powerfully motivated to enter union, you've healed upon the major concept of what a healthy union is. Again, I've been seeing this for you for a while, and I'm very happy that you are showing me consistency. You have showed me healing, movement, goals. I don't know that you're necessarily in a relationship at this time, but bare minimum, you'd like to be. Specifically, you'd like to have a healthy relationship, one that has healing properties, one that is restorative, healthy, and has a place to go with the Chariot. In other words, a relationship has to have meaning, it has to have context, and it has to have intention. In other words, it's got to mean something, right? If it doesn't go, I don't go, right? If there isn't a point to you and I, and it has nowhere to go, I have therefore no reason to go with you, because there's nowhere to go, right? So the idea is the relationship has to go somewhere, literally. And it has to mean something, right? Strength. You're showing me a lot of power cards today. Beautiful. You might have some Leo, Cancer, and Virgo in your chart. Not the point. But you're showing me a lot of strength of will, strength of resolve. Some of you are feeling quite triumphant right now based on the decisions that you are making for your 3D energy, such as work. Some of you are killing it at work, and you're bringing in that money, and you feel good. You're like, yeah, I get stressed out, but worth it. Cha-ching. Okay, now, that was for some of you. I don't even know why that got my attention. Okay, we're going to show me strength, please. Show me strength, strength of will. As far as I can tell, I'm so curious about this. It's technically supposed to be shared. I don't know how you're sharing it with this person. So it may not be sharing with them at all. Perhaps you're perhaps you're on the precipice, honey, on the verge of entering a new union. Perhaps you already are in one after this one has detached. I don't know, because their energy doesn't look solid, doesn't look anchored at all to your 3D. So bare minimum, it's spiritual and or emotional connectivity. But this looks really solid through my eyes. So I don't know. But your energy is gorgeous. It's on point. It's on its game. Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Show me that strength, please. Show me that strength, please. Show me that strength, please, for Libra's overview. Show me that strength, please, for Libra's overview. Show me. One more. Show me that strength, please, for Libra's overview. Honey, I don't know. Something either is coming towards you, or you're going towards it. I just see the orientation as being positive and is operational. In other words, it's actually doing something positive or would like to. 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I told you, killing it. There's a reason I saw that underlying. The emphasis for many of you right now is that you're showing me strength of will for the workplace, and you're killing it. You're killing it at work. You're like, I know. 3 of Wands. So this is proper anticipation. In other words, it was visible reality to you. You were looking out on the horizon, looking for your work to increase. Some of you, congratulations on your new roles. Beautiful. Killing it. Killing it at work. 8 of Pentacles. Boom. Knock it out. Some of you have put additional income on top of pre-existing income, in which case, congratulations, because you're on top of it. Others of you are actively seeking new opportunities while you are currently engaged in your current one. I don't know. I just know you're killing it. So, don't fix what ain't broke. I like your reasonable expectations. This is good. 3 of Wands makes me nervous. It implies waiting, and I'm fine with waiting so long as you understand you have something to wait for, or you have reasonable expectation for. This is undisputable 3D energy, therefore it's a reasonable expectation. It's beautiful. In other words, you've been planning for this. You've been diligent for this. This isn't some random thing. Oh, I hope I get a new job when I haven't done anything to prove it. That's stupid, right? That's magical thinking. This is active. Active hope, active speculation, with the proper anticipation to increase. And you're like, oh yeah, that's been the name of the game. For some of you, this is upcoming energy for Leo season, but I'm actually seeing it now as present oriented. But just FYI, for some of you, you'll be shooting for new Leo season. That's confirmation. For others of you, you're already in it. You're loving it. You're killing it. You're getting that coin in, baby. Yes. Oh, the achievement is through the roof, honey. The achievement is through the roof. I love it. And that has been your focus. Very good. All right, let's go over here and check out this world. So yeah, as I said, Gemini opened with the same one, and that always immediately catches my interest when somebody opens with a transition card. We're talking world, death, even Six of Swords. Because my first thought, okay, you closed the door, so which one you opening, you know? We should not be afraid of towers and death and the world. For what constitutes an ending marks a beginning. Only a sucker fears change. And only the weak-minded thinks they cannot handle it. I think you did just fine. So, I'm not saying it was pretty, I'm not saying it was overnight. Sometimes the world takes a while to turn. Yeah, there are, is there or not 365 days a year? That's not an overnight thing, is it? Nope. Show me the world, please. Show me the world, please, for Libra. Show me the world, please. Show me the world, show me the world. I'm so curious about that. I'll get to you. I'll get to you. I can't even get a feel on it. I can't get a feel for this. What is this? The Fool. Page of Pentacles. The Moon. Okay. Well, you are off on an adventure, and even you admit you don't quite know where you're going. You don't care. That's balls. Wow, good job. Okay, some of you have started investing in your moon energy, stuff that you kind of kept tucked away, said it wasn't important. There's some just stuff that you addressed. You cleared your plate of it. You did your Moon Avenue walk. You came to terms with certain things. And once you got out of the moon, you said it's time to invest in new things. There's some things I won't be a fool for anymore. That was cycled out. And what you're cycling in is the stuff you are willing to take adventures on. You have discerned, and I'm getting this very vaguely, so I apologize, but it's an in and out concept. You closed a door and you're opening new ones. There is stuff that you have understood was foolish behavior that was under your moon, foolish emotions, taking risks and opportunities and investments in the wrong people, places, things, circumstances, and situations, and you started closing those doors. And then you started opening doors that were opposites of that, the things that you can reasonably take a risk on, yourself mostly. So I know it's terribly generic, but there you are. This was a process. It didn't happen overnight. You started closing off some stuff that you deemed was ridiculous. The Fool has his downsides. But then you also said, but there are good things to invest in, and there are good things to take chances on, mainly me. And that's correct. You will always be your best investment. 100%. Everything begins with the self, including the investment. You want to invest in you, you have to invest in you. And that means you have to stop investing in the stuff that is anti-you, right? The shit that's under the moon that you were trying to invest in, make it grow, and you knew it was foolish. So you closed off those doors as far as I can tell, and then you opened brand new ones with fresh energy. I know it's vague. It's supposed to be. It's a big picture concept. The world, the Fool, the moon. Big picture. Okay, so it's going to be multi-directional. So like always, you take it as it resonates, yeah? There you go, beautiful. You might have some very strong fixed energy in your charts. Taurus, Virgo. Why the fuck did I say that? Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Thank you very much. We have Pisces here, Cancer, Virgo. Let's get to it, though. Let's get to it. And one of those new investments, by the way, was to increase your coin. You either started this or you anticipate. Okay, show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that lovely full heart. Your heart might be a little more rough around the edges. That's fine. I don't care. The point is that you feel good about you and you're investing in you, and that's all I care about. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. So long as you're in touch with your heart, that's all that matters. Show me that Queen of Cups. You're able to express your emotions, claim them, okay? With maturity as well as vulnerability is what the Queen of Cups does. This is what's in my heart. And while it might be hard for me to say it, it is my truth. You know why? Because that's who I am. And that takes a certain level of vulnerability only the Queen of Cups can really exude, you know? Show me that. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Oh, interesting. Three of Wands, there it is again. Seven of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. It's been hard, but something's been slowly growing in you. I understand. Really understanding the fullness of your heart, where it is you want to go, the direction that you have been pushing in, growing in. There's stuff that is already established that you want to get back to and put more of yourself into it. It's going to require more of your effort, not less, but you seem to be looking forward to it. You view it as a challenge, but a challenge that is worthy of you. It seems to be pushing you. You seem to be pushing yourself. You seem to actually want to do this, and that's good. That's good goal orientation. For some of you, you have really made it your mission to cut off the nonsense and to stop investing in illusions and delusions. And start investing in what's real and really putting the focus back on you. And that's been hard for you to do, but you are indeed doing it. Again, I see steady, intended growth energy around you. There are some things that you are getting back to that you have deliberately put off, and you're getting back to them now. You said that they were too hard, but you're finding a way around them now because you have the fullness of heart and you believe in yourself, etc. I know this all sounds very Disney and very light and breezy. It took work to get here. And it's going to continue to take work to stay here. But you're doing it. That's it. Some of the things that you have set yourself to task for are harder than others. Some things are easy as hell. Other things are not. The point is that you feel good about it. That's it. So far, so good. That's it. I have to remark upon this. Some of your work is extremely easy. It's so easy. And you put really good quality work into it and it pays well, or it's very strong. And there's other things that you are getting back to that you've neglected. And that was part of your discernment process back here, I believe. But at the end of the day, you're showing me that you are indeed your best investment and you're not doing anything that you ultimately don't feel good about, regardless if it's hard. Sometimes you want to be challenged the right ways. And so long as I'm seeing the Ten of Wands in the right way, I'm not going to argue with it. Case in point, I love what I do. I love working for myself, most of all. And by the time I started working for myself, you know what my first thought was? I should have done this years ago. I don't have any assholes to answer to anymore. No lame, weak, overzealous, angry, or hyper directors or managers. No more gossipy, idiot coworkers. No more. It's all gone. No more reports. No more meetings. None of it's gone. I love what I do. Not only do I practice what I love, I get to be in control of it. Oh, it's gorgeous. But then there's that 10%. Like technology. Technology is supposed to be our friend. It's not mine. That's part of my 10%. What else? Monitoring comments. Not my favorite. But it's a reflection of my values. So I keep them open. In other words, it's a 10 of Wands I'm happy to assume. And it helps me grow as a person. And it challenges me in the right ways. And that's all I see you doing. That's it. Good report. I'm very happy for you. Let's keep on keeping on. By the way, something's attached to, where is that growing affection? You have a growing affection in here. I can't quite see it, but it's there. There is a growing affection in here. I see you reflecting upon someone as well. I don't know. Perhaps we shall see more in a moment. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that passion, please. Show me the energy. The enthusiasm. The fire. Passion. What is this Knight of Wands, please? Show me that Knight of Wands. 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 I cannot begin to tell you. I would rather pull my nails out with pliers than ever attend another meeting in my life. When you do what I do in the background, I've done as long as you're just in meetings and meetings and meetings. And then you have meetings about your meetings. You have meetings about your meetings. I don't miss it. I miss working with clients, though. I do miss that, but not all the other crap that surrounded it. Some of that nice. Sorry, it is what it is. It is what I said. What I said. Oh. I don't know if you want to know this. I'm going to tell you anyway. Couple thoughts. One thought. I said you had I felt it before I put the cards down. Let me make this clear to you. Right now, your appreciation is for your 3D world. You getting reacquainted with everything that's right for you. That has been your meticulous point of care since we opened up. Let me make that very clear. I see your focus. I applaud your focus. I get it. I totally understand. Some areas you just kill it without trying, and that's your point of pride. Other areas, things in your life you've neglected, and you're like, I'm getting back to that. I'm getting back to that. I'm getting reacquainted with this. It's not easy, but I'm going to do it. It means something to me. I sorted out my nonsense. I know which is which. I know what I should be investing in, and I know what I shouldn't be investing in. And anything that runs contrary to me, my values, or my goals will not be invested in. That was foolish. I won't do it anymore. It's all me, baby, right? I need to get reacquainted with me. And then I felt it just a little bit. I said, I feel a growing affection in you. And there it is. It's like a low frequency hum, but it was enough that I picked up on it. Okay, I don't know who this is. You do. We have some energy here that's excited. I don't know how far that excitement goes. You might just have a very strong attraction to that person. I did see that over here for them to you as well. I see it as your enthusiasm. In other words, happiness. Giddiness. Oh. Huh. Look at that. Kind of like that. There's a special someone in here. Okay. There's a Six of Cups type situation. Soul bond. You two got a little history. We detached from this person. So, somewhere, some way, somehow, once upon a Libra. That's funny. I like that. Once upon a Libra. Okay. You walked away from somebody, emotionally detached. Cool. You love that person. I don't think you stopped loving that person. Okay. But you did walk from them, I believe. There seems to be a future conjunction with you two. Their night, terribly slow, but steadfast. The Knights of Pentacles, they might be an earth sign. We're kind of reapproaching whatever this is. And I would tell you it's a hypothetical, except I see 3D energy surrounding it. When it happens, I don't know. It's in the future timeline. They were also marked with, I don't know. It's on the future timeline. So there you go. So there is a little bit of a pick-me-up here. I don't know how far this goes. I got two knights trying to re-establish lines of communication as well as activity in the real world. They are trying to reapproach each other. Again, I don't know what that looks like in real world for either one of you. Most likely it starts with communication. It could be something as simple as a run-in by accident. I don't know. I don't feel like that's it. Because the Knight of Pentacles, because he is so slow, his only advantage is that he can see things a mile off. In other words, he's more of a planner. Somebody might be slowly, carefully making their way back to you with intention. What that intention is, I don't know. You had to relinquish this person's energy. That's all I know. You love them. The bond is there. The soul bond is terribly unique. It cannot be replicated. It's a unique energetic imprint that you literally share with one other soul. That's what a soul bond is. You have memories that are unique to just you and them, and emotional compatibility that is unique only between you and them. At some point, we relinquished this person's emotional energy. Physically walked away from the connection. We are kind of making our way back towards this. The both of you are meeting somewhere in the middle. So I don't know that you had a growing affection, which is what I initially felt, so much as possibly a regrowing affection for someone. And it's under the conditions I described, where you are doing a lot of excellent work for yourself, your surrounding environment, your material needs. I'm sorry, I've been doing this all day. I'm very tired. You're killing it. You're killing it in the financial sector, honey. You're killing it. Man, you're just raking in that money. You're well connected too. Resourceful. Multiple areas of income, I believe. What that personal reconstruction of efforts is, I do not know. It's hard because you've neglected it for a while, but you got back to it. Other than that, I don't know. We shall see. I wonder when that Wheel of Fortune will spin, and I have no idea what it does to do with this. Okay. I'm assuming it's this. Let's take a look. Show me that Eight of Swords, please. The blindness. Show me that blindness. Show me the Eight of Swords, please. Show me the Eight of Swords. Show me the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're trying to meet somewhere in the middle with this person. You personally seem pleased with it. You know. You personally seem pleased. Perhaps you didn't think it was going to happen. Perhaps you thought there was no real energy here between you two. You're soul bonded. Just because you're soul bonded doesn't mean you two had natural fluid energy between you two, or that you were on the same place at the same time, or that you were on the same pages at the same time. It happens all the time with soul bonds. Just because we're connected to somebody inexplicably without words or language behind it, makes things that much harder to understand. But there's a richness to it, like a flavor you can't quite define. That's what that unique energetic imprint is. You only experience that particular flavor with that person. That's what I'm saying. Is like I felt something on the precipice of your energy. Okay. Show me that Eight of Swords, please. And it's future oriented. It hasn't happened yet. If you really hated that person, obviously the choice is yours, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your energy pick up for them like, oh, hey. Okay. I thought I left that behind, but, you know, that's whatever your reasons were, whatever your reasons are. You know, you two, like I said, you have a background noise, no doubt. Eight of Swords for Eight of Swords. Shit, does this person overthink things or what? Procrastination kills. This person's extremely prone to procrastination, especially the stuff that makes them happy. They're not comfortable with it. Oh, my. Well, it was very specific, wasn't it? Two Eight of Swords. I think this person is first name, middle name, procrastination, last name. They have a tendency to not do things till they absolutely have to. And they kind of get themselves worked up into a mental and emotional distress instead of just consulting with themselves what makes me happy. In other words, this person literally takes the time to talk themselves out of what makes them happy. They're not comfortable, in other words, with the stuff that makes them happy. That's unfortunate. It does happen. It's rather common. I haven't seen it this bad before, but that's pretty bad. I am sympathetic towards this person in my own way. That's a lot of blindness around one subject. Eight of Swords, this is willful blindness. She could take off that blindfold at any time, but if she did, she'd have to see how she's surrounded by her own thoughts. And this person doesn't like addressing their thoughts. And people who, by the way, are not comfortable with their own energies and thoughts, they're the number one reason why they procrastinate, is because sometimes they just feel like they're not capable of making decisions fast enough, well enough, and they don't do things so they absolutely feel the pressure to. Now, I know some people who can thrive under that in work or say in school, but it's not thriving when it's your own feeling at stake, your own sense of loving yourself and taking care of yourself and seeing to your own emotional needs. Like, this person avoids that. If it feels too good to them, they tend to try not to see it, and specifically how it impacts them. I don't know why, and I don't know how that benefits them. It might be a unique feature just when it comes to you, or it might be a feature to them in their everyday world. They don't deal with things so they absolutely have to. But more to the point, they put themselves off. Nine of Cups. It makes me feel really, really good. I don't want to see that. I don't want to indulge in it. I don't want to give it too much thought, and I don't want to give it too much feeling. I might enjoy it too much. I might like it too much. If I saw how much this affected me positively, I might actually have to digest it and take it seriously. That means, therefore, they'd have to take themselves seriously. They don't want to take their own sense of pleasure and self-love when it comes to you seriously. Because if they saw how powerful it was, it would freak them out. Are we getting somewhere? I don't know. That's a lot of 8 and 8. last August might have been important. I don't think that's right. 8 weeks ago might have been important. Where would that put us? Where are we now? We're 2 months ago, late March. Late March might have been important. Why is that so strong? That is really strong. That is really strong. That is really, really strong. 8 weeks ago. It could be 8 weeks from now, but it's not what it feels like. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get caught up in that. It's just when things hit very strongly, it hits strongly, and then I have to report it. The 28th might be important, the 8th, the 16th, but I'm getting 8 weeks ago. For some reason, late March might have been very important, particularly in regards to this process that I'm seeing, which means you may or may not have been privy to it. So I could be describing this and you have no idea what I'm talking about. It was their experience, not yours. Unless you saw some kind of evidence like this, where it's like, they're denying their own sense of self-fulfillment, sense of happiness. This is my sense of love for myself. By denying that, I deny me, but I don't see it that way. It feels too strongly, I can't connect with it. It feels too strongly, I can't connect with it. It feels too strongly to me, I can't connect with it. I can't allow myself to connect with it in my headspace or in my heart. Why is that so strong? That is really, really strong. Show me that Queen of Wands, please. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands, please. Show me that Queen of Wands. I hope you like Marilyn. How I came to change the new background to the new background is quite the story. It's quite the tale. If you'd like to check out Leo's intro that was out Monday, I detail it. I'm glad it happened. Not too thrilled with the execution. We had owies. But yeah, we got Marilyn up, and of course when I bought Marilyn, this is from a local artist here in town, in Austin, where I live. Brilliant. I have been admiring his work for a long time, and I finally got my hands on that Marilyn painting that I've been eyeballing for months. And I love it, but I'm bringing it up because I'm like, naturally I thought of Libra, and Libra's emphasis naturally on beauty and aesthetic and symmetry, and Marilyn was so much more than her beauty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diminish her or her status or the way that she was able to cross cultures the way she did. It's amazing. But she kind of has that personification of the Libra sensualism and the Venus. Just what an icon. Just what an icon. What an icon she was. Queen of Wands she was. All right. The Hermit. This person might have some really strong earth in their chart. Didn't I say that earlier at the Knight of Pentacles? They might have some really strong earth in their chart. Particularly Virgo, as well as Taurus, which is over here as well. Huh. And Jesus! They got repeating energies. They got some really strong repeating energies. So not only do they have a kind of slow steadfastness around them, they're really turned on by you, and they themselves have quite the passion streak. Quite the passion streak. They have a strong appreciation for that. I'm not saying that they're vain. They could be. I'm not saying that. Their spiritual energy is very strong. Very strong spiritual energy. But then they also have a core of heat running through them. It's interesting. What an interesting combination. What an interesting combination. So they have a very strong sense of passion. Very strong. They also have an appreciation for the beauty, the ideal. I think they take a lot of pride in their physical form. I really believe that. They have the experience and heaviness behind their energy that those two heavyweights would come packing with the Hermit and the Hierophant. Those two together, oh, forget about it. They're a beautiful team. That's a beautiful combination of spiritual energy, but it's slow, thoughtful, wise, experienced. They understand that when you wear the crown, you're going to feel heavy. Responsibility, higher sense of, spiritual self and virtue. Experience. Let me think. This person overthinks. But it comes from a good place, or it tries to. for some reason, they tend to devalue their own sense of happiness. Like, they got to sacrifice what makes themselves happy. And it's more than just about happy, honey. It's 9 of Cups is self. Self-love. Love of thyself. They tend to sacrifice a lot of what they love or would love to see, experience. They sacrifice a lot of what they would love to experience for themselves, if it means some sort of playing it by the book, being orderly, being correct, being upright and righteous. And yet they have such a core of heat inside them. Oh, goodness gracious. They are very strongly attracted to you. It's working both ways at this point. That is some really beautiful energy. They can't see it, or they don't allow themselves to experience it, or allow themselves to fully experience it, or acknowledge it. 8 of Swords is lack of acknowledgement. I won't acknowledge what makes me happy or gives me pleasure. It's better to self-sacrifice. Pretend I can't see it. Why? They have so much natural beauty in them that's both steadfast, spiritual, and beautifully sexual and sensual. I mean, say it for what it is, honey. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's beautiful. I love that. I'm earthbound. I'm responsible. I'm stoic. I'm intelligent. I'm experienced. But also, I have a passion for things. I like the sensuality. You know, I like the heat. That's interesting. They, and they reflect it back on you quite a bit. But it doesn't amount to a hill of beans if they don't allow themselves to see it, more to the point, experience it with you. There's a lot of self-love here for themselves that they deny, especially when it comes to you. Let's see that Wheel of Fortune, please. I think I'm unraveling this a bit. They're still very much spiritually connected to you, as well as attracted. Show me that Wheel of Fortune, please. Show me that Wheel of Fortune, please. Very calm, very tempered. Very calm, very tempered, patient, kind. Patient, kind, understanding. But then they got a hot streak. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what that is, honey. Behind closed doors? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Very interesting. Wheel of Fortune twice. Yes. They have the Wheel of Fortune twice. How unique. How unique. How very unique. This person is subject to change. They could change their mind. Of course, we have choice in all things. So they could change their mind, but I could see which way they are leaning towards in the future, and that's why it feels steady and planned towards you, because technically it is, but it's under their division of energy, and they haven't made up their mind about it. But I see which way they're leaning. This, of course, I hate saying this, but of course it's subject to change, which is true for all energy and all tarot. So I cannot guarantee anything, and I cannot make outcomes. Guarantee outcomes or speak to them with total assurance. But yeah, they have Wheel of Fortune marked on them twice. They're saying they would like to balance with you, and they would feel good about it in the future. They have to know that they want to get that first, and that means you can't keep being in this position of self-sacrifice, or refusing to see what would please you, refusing to see what would fulfill you. This will get you nowhere, and it will get you nothing. We deny it, we deny our feelings and how we feel towards someone else, then the connection itself is denied. So that might explain your two premises. I'm not looking at the past today, you would know best. And I was wondering why you were showing me that kind of spike of enthusiasm. I don't think you were expecting it, because you understood you had walked from this. And I do see a careful, steady, slow approach attached to you or coming towards you. And I said that there is some soft affection surrounding you or coming towards you in future, and it's correct. It's under this person's division of energy. There you go. Six of Pentacles to Six of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. It may not be this. It could swing in the other direction of declining or not doing this. Or it might take a minute. I just know that if they approach you, should they choose to, they'll be ready to do it. They'll be prepared. Because they're telling me that they want to balance with you and they want to feel good about balancing with you. Make things correct, make things square. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know why. I just know that it means something to this person to do so. The reasons are their own. Perhaps I will see more. I have an idea. This person's very used to denying themselves. Specifically vocalizing or expressing their feelings like they're not supposed to. Like if they do that, it's a form of self-sacrifice for the greater good. I strongly disagree. All that does is make you miserable. But I can't fix somebody's mindset. You know, they have to know what their own energy is like and is it worth it to them. Because, I don't know, I think their energy is so much bigger than that. It's beautiful, it's spiritual, it's self-understanding, appreciative, calm, patient, kind. But there's a little hot streak in this person. And they see you as matching it. What is that saying? Man on the streets, freak in the sheets. I like that. Calm, steady. Calm and steady on the outside. Holy shit, behind closed doors. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. But they got some work to do. Specifically, they have to know they want that. It is a calm, steady approach towards you. And there is more than fire behind it. It's part of who they are. Perhaps that's one of the things that makes them uncomfortable. When they don't understand how their passion plays into their feeling or how much it drives their desire, perhaps they see that as negative, especially if this person is deeply spiritual. I would counter passion as normal for people who appreciate passion. And that's the problem I often have or assume with passion. When they have, some people are just naturally equipped to feel it more than others. And it's an unusual combination to see that level of passion intensity wrapped up around someone who is so terribly calm and thoughtful, dedicated, spiritual self, experienced, greater good kind of concept, what's going on in the greater good or the greater scheme of things. So if this person's not as comfortable with that side of themselves, or they see their sense of self-pleasure and drives as negative, and that it goes against the concept of greater good, of course you're not going to be as comfortable with it. So I hope that they get to it, because I hope they get to that place, because not only are they practically saying what they'd like to. We'll start right here. I would like to start here with Libra, just balance things up. I would actually feel good about it. I hope that they lean into that. And now I'm starting to think this Hermit bare minimum is who they are. Let's say, what's going on here? What is this? What's the Four of Wands? What's this relationship? Chariot, it's goal-oriented. There is movement attached. See, we want to invest in the simplest of concepts. Balancing. Show me that. Show me that Four of Wands, please. Show me that Four of Wands. Show me that Four of Wands. Show me that Four of Wands, please. Show me that Four of Wands. Show me that Four of Wands, please. Show me that Four of Wands. What is this? Five. Oh, this is where you two broke. Possibly. Eight of Wands. Oh. The Empress. What communication is this? Is this past or present? I see the communication coming towards you, so I'm confused. You told me you accepted walking away from this, so I assigned you with that particular duty. Did this person break a relationship with you? Did you break a relationship with him? Or is this someone telling you they've broken ties with someone else? I'm leaning towards that. Did someone break ties in another union? And they're telling you this. It could be that it has not happened yet. I do not know. Let's keep going. I'm absolutely intrigued. The communication's coming towards you. You either said, hey, this is over, this isn't a real relationship, or I'm breaking from this. They said that to you, or somebody's telling you that they've broken from another union. I don't know. Show me the Chariot, please. Show me the Chariot. Show me the Chariot. That person might be, yes, opening up. Show me that Chariot, please. Show me that Chariot. Show me that Chariot, please. Show me that Chariot. Show me that Chariot. I can't tell if this is the past or the future. That Wheel of Fortune was there twice. Backwards, forwards. It went backwards and forwards. Nine of Swords. King of Cups. Page of Wands. It's hard for you to open yourself up towards this again, but you're going to do it. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't dictate shit. Tarot doesn't dictate shit. You figure it out for you. You're telling me the idea of you opening up towards this and trusting again scares you. But at the end of the day, you'd rather try than not. As far as I can tell, you're saying yes. It's trust. It's a trust thing. And I don't blame you. Stuff went down. There's always stuff that goes down. And if this person is trusting themselves, they didn't trust themselves before when it comes to you. I don't know why they didn't. It could be perhaps they were in a union. I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps they're not comfortable with their pleasure principles. Okay? Because they have a lot of them. But they also spend a lot of time sacrificing the stuff that personally makes them happy. If it means the greater good is achieved. Whatever that means to them. So the Wheel of Fortune was here not once but twice. It was moving in one direction for them. Now it's moving in the opposite direction. They chose a different way. Or it seemed like it was going in one direction, and they stopped it. They made a choice to reapproach carefully, without assumption, peacefully. In a Six of Pentacles type situation, that means it's manageable to both parties. And Six of Wands, feeling good about it. You are having a hard time. You have a fullness of heart for this. That means you respect it. And you would like to move forward. There is trust issues here in terms of stress. I don't know if I should expose my heart to this or this person again. So you're showing me resolve to do it a little bit. But sincerely. It's not that you don't mean it. It's just there's stress behind the decision. But if you say yes to it, you're going to say sincerely yes. Okay? Okay. I'm very curious about this. Show me that Hermit, please. 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 I might do a motivation check. I'm always curious about motivation when I see things like this. Well, as I said that, Spirit felt inclined to let me know a little bit about what that is, the moon and reverse. Somebody came out of their illusions and or delusions, the things that they were fooling themselves about. The denial that we were in, we're out of the denial. This person was showing me Eight of Swords twice. That's a lot of denial. So somebody's coming out of moon. about what all this means. Show me the Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, please. So yeah, I was correct. They're spiritually and emotionally attached to you, but I don't see any actual 3D activity until the future. And so this, what was supposed to be shared, I'm seeing the shared process for you two in the future. This is the only thing that confuses me. Someone broke from a union and they're telling you, or this is the reflection of what happened between you two in the past. You had some sort of relationship that you actively and willfully broke from, or they broke from you. I just see you accepting it, but also re-accepting the fact that it's a re-emerging energy and that you feel pretty good about it. Okay. The Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Let's start over, please. It's kind of like that. I don't know how much that means to you. Again, take the relationship as it was, as the context relays back to you both. They're telling me they want to work on the fundamentals with you. Let's reestablish trust. Let's reestablish friendship. A lot of emotional security here. Something about you two finally getting on the same page. We can harmonize now. But we'll start here with basics. We'll cooperate. We have a lot of things in common. We've always known how to cooperate and get along. We were always friends at the core of this. Whatever else you and I were in the past, whatever kind of relationship we had, you and I were always friends in some way. And that's what matters, this person is saying. And very wise this person is. Very wise, very calm, and very reflective. I think they're very good at that parts of themselves. Their spiritual selves, that greater good kind of thing. But when it comes to their personal level of emotion and feeling, they're very, intensity, passion, feeling, they're very used to denying that. Very much used to it. Even though it's a huge part of who they are. Very thoughtful, incredibly thoughtful this person is. They're just not comfortable with that side that says, this makes me happy. But you know what, if it makes me that happy or gives me that much pleasure, it's probably not for the greater good. Something like that. I don't know where it comes from, but it's there, and I can't ignore it, and I don't think you could either. There's a reason why you two couldn't connect correctly in the past. So I really respect that. I do. Ten of Cups is a lot of emotional harmony. A lot. And somebody's coming into alignment about proper self-care and self-love and understanding what their worth is. Not denying their feeling and sense of pleasure and happiness, but embracing it, which is true self-worth, right? So let's take it to sex, because that's what people seem to understand pretty well. Or work. So let's take it to sex. Let's say you are a very, very passionate person. Like you are highly sexual, highly sensual, and you're very comfortable with that. However, you might be that person who, no matter how sexual you are, no matter how high your sex drive is, no matter how sensual a being you are, if you're not in an emotionally committed relationship, it ain't gonna happen, right? That's like, I understand that it would go against my value if I just attached myself to an emotional relationship that had nothing else in it. That would be against my value. If I attached myself to a sexual relationship that had no emotion behind it, that would also be against my value. So I think this person has a strong sense of value, a strong sense of spiritual self-worth and greater good and greater meaning, deep contemplation. This person's not rushed, I'll tell you that. They're kind of slow, but that's okay. That's their process. It's well intended. But they neglect that side of themselves that's equally as important. And when they come into alignment with that, they come into alignment with themselves, and there's part of them that's finally clicking with that. The reason I finally understand a little bit more about my self-worth and value is because I'm allowing myself to feel my feelings with you. I couldn't do it before, but I can do that better now. Can we please get on the same page? We can start as friends if you want. If that makes you comfortable, that's fine. But the point is that no matter what our connection is, I can feel my feelings now with you, or I can express my feelings with you now. I couldn't before. I wouldn't even allow myself to see them before. But I understand that when I reject my feelings, I am rejecting myself. So the King, Queen of Pentacles, when they are in a proper alignment, they do not reject those parts of themselves. They can be equally responsible and steadfast and habitual all they want, but they still have that sensual side to them that they should also be comfortable with. So it doesn't have to be earth. What I'm saying is that the King and Queen of Pentacles don't really question themselves when they know who they are. You know, they're like, that's who I am. And that's their benefit. That's their superpower. And this person saying, I'm emotionally comfortable with you now because I'm emotionally comfortable with me. So what that emotion looks like, I don't know. I just see you two getting on the same damn page. And there's that proposal there from that steadfast, considerate energy. It's coming towards you. I don't see you going towards it. It's coming towards you. This person's very thoughtful, very planned. So that tells me they don't do anything unless they know it's correct. And I'm used to seeing that from saying like a King of Cups or a Queen of Cups energy. This person has to spiritually connect with themselves before they can approve anything they do. And that's a little different. That's a different gig. It takes a lot more time. When they give themselves permission to really connect with themselves, that's when they tend to make progress, and that takes a while for this person. But they're doing it. I give them full marks for it. Their energy's beautiful. It really is. I just think they're really used to saying, that feels good. And you make me feel a certain way, but I can't admit that to myself. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know how I feel about that. Therefore, it's just easier to say it's not there, I don't see it, or I don't feel it. Because it goes against the greater good or whatever. I don't know where to keep. What's the advice? That's so fascinating. So even if it's just reconstructive efforts, but done so with the intent of emotional reciprocity, and being comfortable with it, expressing it to you. This person is marked with Wheel of Fortune. I believe it was retroactive. It was going this way, in other words, backwards, against the energy. And now they're forcing it to go in a different direction now because they've made a different choice. How interesting. I wonder, where are we on time? I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. This is I'm going to go ahead and assume, since you are here, technically, you also share this with Taurus. And we do have strong Taurus here as well as Virgo, as I've already pointed out. We also have Scorpio here. You might have any of those placements in your chart as well. I'm going to go ahead and assume this is a reflection of your past. Whatever relationship there was, broke from it. The communication was made as well as acted upon. And that's why I would explain on an opening, I don't see you two engaged in the 3D. I just don't. Spiritually and emotionally, yes. And then I see the reignition here. But it's positive. Yeah, you feel correct about it too. There you are, Justice with the Six of Wands. Let's get some advice, please. I want some advice. Can I get some advice, please, for Libra? 3 Cups. Yeah, reconnection. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. That's the direction you're headed in with that person. Oh my God. See, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I mean, I could, but what a waste of my time when the cards are so much better by themselves. I don't have to configure or manipulate shit. The cards are amazing, honey. Tarot is real. Energy is real. I mean, there they are. Again, in your future. I told you. I told you. I felt it. I felt it. I said something is softly touching your energy in future. There they are. Whereas before they were saying, no, 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 no. Now they're saying, yeah. I understand more about me now. I am truly comfortable with myself. Not just my spiritual energy and not just this concept of the greater good, but I'm more in touch with what feels right to me, and you feel right to me. And I want to tell you my feelings. I couldn't before, but I want to now. And I don't know what those are. Other than a sincerity, to be genuine friends first, or to reconstruct at the beginning. It's just sincere. That's all I know. And that's frankly all that matters. And there it is again. You are headed towards reconnection with this person, but now they're a little different than when you last saw them. Now they can speak more freely about their feelings and their drives and their motivations. It's all here. For some of you, I'm going to call it July. Some of you, June. Somewhere in between the two, possibly. June, possibly, and July. I don't know. But it's heavy, heavy June, July. As you go about configuring and reconfiguring your world, I see this coming towards you June, July. And it's sincere. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. Where they were not allowing themselves to be in touch with their emotions with you before, they are now. And so are much more claiming of who they really are. Not just their spiritual self. Not just the dude. I don't know, and I don't want you to be like, oh, you two are getting married tomorrow. I don't do that crap. Okay, I don't. It's literally coming across as you and I have always been friends. We've always been friends. That was never a problem. Passion aside. History between us aside. History, passion aside, all that aside. You're both very turned on by each other. That's there too. But this person's respectfully saying, we've always been friends at the heart of it. That was always there. And now my feelings are showing up for this. And I can balance with you now. You know, I sincerely care about you and love you. And I think you do for me as well. Can we start there? That's it. That's all I got. But it's... I don't know what shape it takes. I don't give a fuck. I only care about sincerity and motivation. And so long as that's authentic and it looks like it does... Maybe we just need to start out as friends, but this time really mean it. And there it kind of propels into a certain timeline of success between you two, balancing and feeling good. And it is that person. Very strong, unique flavor between you two. Yeah, high sense of reconnection. June, July, no later than September. I don't think it's that far out. It doesn't feel that far out. But your advice is straightforward and simple. It feels correct to move towards it because it is. Your sense of trust and fear of being hurt are real and valid. But the bigger part of you that knows that this soul bond is important to you and that you love it, that you love them, is bigger than that fear. So I see you moving towards it. Yeah, I know. There was a Ten of Swords here. King of Cups. The Hanged Man. After that pain, after that ending, time has passed. We got reacquainted with our feelings. Somebody spoke their feelings and said, this is why I'm hurt, and killed the connection or tried to end it. Somebody tried to accept the pain nobly, but it caused them more conflict the more they tried to reject it. They understood that they got cut out and they got hurt because they wouldn't express themselves. They were too cold, too distant, when it was the opposite of what they wanted to be. They were quite angry with themselves, wishing they had said more or done more. Working through it, 8 of Pentacles, and it's been hard. It's been hard because this person's very much used to rejecting to what makes them feel good. That includes their pleasure, and it also includes their heart space. I know, many of you are focused on this. I know. It's been hard literally to work on this person for them to open up. It's been very hard. It's been very hard. They didn't understand how upset they were until after the fact. I know. Okay. All right, very good. I'm seeing heavy references to June and July, as I said. Okay. Oh my goodness. Y, Z, big masculine glasses. Let's see, there we go. So cute. S. D, big heart. Yes, I know. Somebody has a big heart. The wreath was upside down. The world coming out of reverse. Yeah, what felt like it was over, we've reopened. Or is trying to reopen. There might be a gift involved. Or we missed an opportunity for a gift. We missed a... What did we miss? The world is spinning. We thought it was closed. It's not quite closed, but it is transforming. Yes, last Christmas might have been important. I don't know. the wreath. S, 2 S's. Okay. X. The Pegasus, the masculine symbol for freedom. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I've been doing this all day. Freedom, independence, the strength of will to take off on one's own. We have to choose this. It was upside down. We have to choose to be open like that and to say that our feelings are not a weakness. In fact, they're a side of strength. Acknowledging them within us is a strength, and acknowledging them in others is also a strength. The lotus, Scorpio energy, and then also the flower of the lotus for some of you might be confirmation. The lightning bolt, tower moment, a surprise, insight, very strong insight, powerful understanding that just hit you out of nowhere. Like, yeah. We either had a lightning tower moment with this person or the re-entry might surprise you, but again, your reaction to it, aside from, I don't know about this, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you love them. You know that. You know that. You've never denied it. It's just you opening up towards it again. That's where you get a little scared. That's all. It's normal. The thing is that your love for each other, or the bond itself, is so much stronger than any sense of caution. There's something about this person's in it. It's so gentle. It's so gentle. It's patient, it's thoughtful, it's experienced, but they have such a hot core inside who they are. And I think that core really speaks to you, and it resonates with you. And when you get that kind of cool and heat, what happens is that you create tornadoes. And so I see what looks like a very hot core in this person that's surrounded by all this beautiful, patient, kind, non-judging, experienced, stoic, patient, kind energy surrounding this very hot core. This part they're used to ignoring. Everything else goes around it. And I think sometimes it creates what feels like, possibly to them, a tornado of this feels way too much. 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 Way too much. Way too much. Way too hard. Way too fast. No. This is not for the greater good. And there's something about that where they get the intensity of their feelings hit, that immediately goes into a headspace because it's just easier. I'm very convinced that this person is used to their outer core energy, not their inner core. I'll tell you what, there's something about you that very much triggers that side of them that they're not comfortable with, but it's also part of who they are. And when they stop denying it, oh my gosh, they can finally harmonize with you. Even if it is over the premise of you and I reconstructing, cooperating, maybe even being friends, but friends who are emotionally on the same page now. We can start there. Let's start, and they mean it. So I trust it. So long as their energy is in alignment with who they are and what they're saying, that's all I care about. There you go. You too. All right. All right, you two crazy kids. You two crazy kids. I hope one day this person gets to express their core to you. I'm not too far. I'm not going to lie. It is hot. When they're steady, strong, and quiet on the outside. Oh, but they're intense in other places. That's hot. I'm not gonna lie, that shit's hot, man. It's hot. It is. I don't know how familiar they are with that side of themselves. Not very. I see that they're used to self-sacrifice, self-discipline, and that seems to be okay with them because it's kind of like, well, those emotions or feelings are too intense anyway. They make me feel dizzy. They make me feel like I'm on my head. It's just easier to shut it down or not acknowledge it, right? A little bit of emotional acknowledgement can do wonders for everybody. You can retain things that seem impossible if you just allow yourself to feel your feelings. And even if it doesn't go beyond friendship, the point is that you two are very strong supporters and you're soul bonded and you're very strong allies regardless of the context or circumstances. So I respect that a great deal. You seem to be rather connected to them or not, and they feel the same way, but they have to understand they feel that way before they can act on it. Yeah? And at that pace, I think they'll get to it. I do. Okay. That's enough. In approximately 2 weeks will be your intimate tarot reading, yeah? I don't know that I'll pick up on this. Maybe, maybe not. At the pace that this is going. Not yet. So, I don't know. I know the potential for intimacy is quite nice. But regardless, I look forward to seeing you at your intimate tarot reading again approximately 2 weeks from today. I hope this helped you. Let me know. Put in the comments as you see fit. Libra honey, take care. Be well.